Say you want someone. Say you want someone. Said you want someone.
What up, y'all? So I'm back. You know, it's me. And today, as you seen the title, you know, we're gonna be doing a little story time. And this story time is slightly funny. Well, it's not even slightly funny. It's interesting. Very interesting. But the story time is gonna be why and how and the events that took place. I'm just playing, but like why me and my ex broke up. This is a long story. It's not even that long. It's just, if you know me and you know the people that I talk to, you know what happened. So, I mean, but other people, they don't. So let's explain this to them. And we're just gonna give her the name, I'm not gonna use her real name. We're gonna give her the name, what can be her name? H. This is gonna be her name, H. So me and H, we had started talking like summer of like 2017. Was it? No, it was summer 2018, going into the 9th grade year. So we had started talking or whatever. It wasn't nothing that deep. Okay, stop talking. You know how you talk to somebody for like a few days, couple days, and boom, you lose communication. Stop talking. So I'm from Huntsville. So I moved to Athens, and I didn't know that she went to school down there until like I moved back down here. Which I'm from. Well, I've lived here, but like I mostly lived in Huntsville. So like I moved back to Athens, and then I see her at my orientation for school for 9th grade year, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know who she was at first. And then like she made a big scene, a big deal out of it. She was like, oh my God, I talked to him. Then I was like, who are you? She was like, you don't remember me? And I was like, no. And then like a couple days later, like I was like, oh yeah, I remember that, who you are, blah, 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 blah. Cause mind you, we had talked in like May, and school didn't start back until August 30th because we were having, our new school was being built, so they delayed our start. So school didn't start back until August 30th. Mind you, we were talking in May. So I don't think about nobody June, July. Like I don't know who you are, like in between that. If I'm not talking to you like consecutively or whatever. So like we get back to school, blah, blah, blah. We're talking. So first few days of school, you know, we like booed up as you would call it. Okay, around like the beginning of September, we were trying like the talking stages again, you know. Mind you, this is all over a 9-month period, which from like late August, early September to not 9 months. I'll figure that out because I don't think it was 9 months. I'm lying. It wasn't over a 9-month period. It was over a few months. So, but mind you, this is the end of August, beginning of September till April, beginning of May. So we're talking or whatever. We're conversating, blah, blase. You could say we booed up, flirting or whatever. And she was, she's a very pretty girl. Like, so mind you, a lot of people want to talk to her. And where we're from, it's so small, so like it's easy for a lot of people to get caught up in the same person, if you would get what I'm saying. So that was one thing that was really hard for me because I was like, okay, so many people like her or want her, and then there's me, which you see, like I feel like at first I was kind of getting played with because she felt like she had me on her, like wrapped around her finger, which she didn't. At the same time, when you like somebody, you express feelings. But I don't just like shoot into stuff. If you get what I'm saying. But like, you know, if you do, you do. You don't. So, I mean, we were talking, blase, and then somebody I used to talk to, we're gonna name her M. I'm gonna name her M. She we started talking or whatever. She came back into the picture, so that really postponed me and H's situation. So like H, like she would flirt and like do funny stuff, and then it would make M mad, and so like M didn't want me talking to H at a point in time, and I was like, well, mind you, me and M go way back, and like H, she just somebody that I had started talking to in like May, summer. But when you think about the situation, it was very funny how it played out. If you know what happened, if you don't, I mean, but it was very funny how the situation played out. But like M, she was like, we were talking for a little while, blase. Me and M were on and off a lot. Like, it was never anything consistent with me and M because like trust and stuff that had went on both ends. I'm not gonna put that. That's a whole nother story. But needless to say, after me and M stopped talking, which was like February, mind you, we still messed with each other like throughout March a little bit. So I get to talking back to H after me and M break up. So me and H went to the movies together. We went to go see Us. And so me and H were in the movie, whatever. So mind you, H has a boyfriend at this time. So me and H are in the movie or whatever, and we chilling and we cooling or whatever. And so, like, I don't know. I guess I could say it was flirting on both ends because like me and H, we already knew like what was what, and I didn't want to mess anything up with like her and who she had something going on with. But H, she's like, I don't know, H is something. She's hard to get to and hard to break through. But if you push her, like, it could be something real easy. So like, we were in the movie or whatever, and I was like laying on H, and like we was like laying on each other in the movie. Like I fell asleep in the movie, and I was falling asleep on her. I'm sorry, my other cousin's in the back, but I fell asleep on her, and so we started texting like after the movie, whatever, and then I kind of felt bad because I was like, that was disrespectful to her boyfriend or whatever. And her reasoning for why it wasn't disrespectful, which it was disrespectful because you have a boyfriend and we're together at a movie, you know. But her reasoning for why it wasn't disrespectful was because he wasn't texting her back, blah, 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 and she didn't feel happy. And so that made me think a lot about how me and H's relationship would go because like, what if I wasn't making her happy enough, or what if I wasn't texting her back? Would she do the same thing with somebody else that we were doing? In which it was only a one-time thing, but you know, you ultimately feel bad when you're talking to somebody that's in a relationship, which I didn't entertain it for long at all. So I called that off. Me and H stopped talking for about a month. So me and H stopped talking like around the end of February. And so like her and her boyfriend broke up at like the end of February. It was like 2 weeks into April. And me and H started back talking or whatever. And so H, we had a whole conversation about why I stopped talking to her, and because she said that she was lost on why I stopped talking to her, which I don't feel like she was lost. I just don't like disrespecting nobody's relationship, which I had already done. But I mean, there's no going back from it now. Which she was like, it's a freaking gnat. But she was like, that's not disrespecting my relationship, blah, blah. I was like, yes, it wasn't. She was like, no, it wasn't. And so we had started back talking, whatever. And Um, I was like, mind you, this is like 4 days after we stopped talking. Which, you know, like once you talk to somebody for like a while, because mind you, we were talking since like September, so like you never really lose feelings for somebody that you really liked. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say love, I'm not gonna take it that far, but that you really liked. So I was like, yeah, I like you, blah blah. So it went from there. I was like, I could see myself being in a relationship with you, blah blah. And she was like, I can too, but I'm scared of what other people would say. And mind you, H's sister and my cousin are like best friends. So H's sister and my cousin, like, they were like, oh, it's a bad idea at times. I'm like, okay, well, let me just like see for myself. And they were like, oh, it's a bad idea, you shouldn't do it, blah blah blah. But mind you, they're not knowing that like we're dating. So let me go back a little bit. So like a week or two after me and H started back talking, we started dating. So like what are we gonna call H's sister? We're gonna call H's sister A. H's sister is A. A is like a good friend of mine. Well, it was a good friend of mine. We like went to homecoming together, which mind you, A is H's sister. So like we went to homecoming together, blah blah blah. So we were good friends, and then A and my cousin, I can use her real name, Tamia. A and my cousin Tamia were like they were best friends. So they were talking to me. They was like, they don't feel like it's a good idea because they know how we both are. They know how people are all up on both of us, and like how they don't think we would be faithful to each other. Which you can't let anybody like change your mind or like tweak the situation, because when you like somebody, and you're not gonna like let nobody change your mind about it. So we were talking and blah blah blah. So we started dating, and we didn't even tell A and my cousin until like 3 or 4 days after, because we didn't want to hear what they had to say. Which we ended up telling them, and it was ultimately a bad situation because they were like, I shouldn't have did it because stuff that she does and stuff that she says. But me being me, I had to do it for myself, because I was like, I can't let nobody change my mind about somebody that I was gonna end up talking to or dating or whatever. And so me and H were going steady for a good while. We were talking, communicating, and then like it all went downhill. So like H is the type of girl that she's like, it's her way or the highway. In which I appreciate H for that, because like she knows what she wants, but at the same time she's indecisive. So you can't really like trust her decisions at times. But like H is H. And if you know H, you know H. But like she's sometimes indecisive, and she feels like you're doing wrong in the situation. And most like she feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Like sometimes she feels like she's always right and you're always wrong, and that you have to apologize to her for everything that you do, and she doesn't have to apologize for nothing that she does. I can't, but
I need help.
Oh, listen, I can cut it out.
Can you say something? H with me. So she did it.
I can't stand you. H know how to change the diaper.
Yeah,
H know how to change the diaper good though.
Yeah.
H a good mom. H would have been a good mom.
She helped me too. I'm grateful.
Look.
Look.
I feel like sometimes she wants you to apologize for everything you do, but she doesn't apologize for stuff that she does. And which, I mean, everybody has growing to do, everybody has stuff that they work on, which I feel like I can't make nobody change or make nobody feel some type of way about how they look at stuff. But honestly, I feel like we weren't ready to be in a relationship with each other, if you'll get what I'm saying. Like, we weren't ready for each other's energy because we both hit hard. And like, when we get mad, we both hit below the belt and stuff like that. Which I feel like that's how I feel like it's that way with a lot of people. In which, like, it shouldn't be, but that's just how it is sometimes. And like H, like we had times where we were just the happiest people ever. We had times where we wanted to kill each other, which is like that in every relationship. But like, you just gotta take it and go with it, you know what I'm saying? And I, like, as of today, like, I don't have a problem with her. Like, there's nothing bad I could say about her or to her. I mean, I just know that I would never want to be in a relationship with her again. Like, I couldn't see myself doing that. Even though, like, I'm not gonna say I loved her or I was in love with her. I had love for her, if you get what I'm saying. Like, of course, you're gonna tell somebody you love them, but I feel like I wasn't ready for love, if you get what I'm saying. Because I'm young, so I got a lot more growing to do. It's like in different areas, and I feel like I'm not gonna tell nobody else that I love them until I'm for sure certain that I love them. And like I said, I wasn't in love with her. I had love for her. It's a big difference, and that's another reason why we couldn't be in a relationship. Because I feel like at times I put 100. Let me tell y'all something. Relationships are not 50-50. They are 100-100. I feel like sometimes I put in 100 and she put in 50. And so she might feel different. She might feel that I put in 50 and she put in 100. Like I said, everybody looks at everything different because everybody has a different view and perspective of things. And a relationship is just something that me and her didn't agree on. And like today, I don't have a problem with her. I don't talk to her. I don't conversate with her. But I mean, it's just gonna be nothing between us anymore. I mean, me and her are cool as today, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to talk to her again after that, but nah, that wasn't gonna work. So, but as of today, we're cool, we're cordial, nothing bad, no animosity. I wish the best for her and her relationships, and I hope she does for me. But, you know, it just didn't work out. But this is the end of this video. So I would hope that y'all would like this video, subscribe, and as I say at the end, every one of my motherfucking videos, tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin from up there, your cousin from down there, to subscribe to my channel. Amen. We
young and in this world, chasing dreams and girls, running from our problems.